Today I'm going to be showing you how to make SOUTHSTAR style modern trance. To go along this video, you can get this full project file, samples, MIDI, presets. The entire template that you heard in the intro of this video is available at the top of the description on my website. There we go, grab it so you can follow along. This is going to help you make the best trance song of your life that you've ever made. I promise you it's a really high quality template, so go ahead and grab it. Take yourself to the next level today. Thanks for the support, guys. Links at the top of the description, and let's get started. We're at 146 BPM, a bit faster. First thing we have here is our kick. So this kick doesn't have any external processing on it, but inside of the synth we're here, I'm using this method. So what we're doing is it starts like this. And then what we're doing is we're low passing it with an envelope on the low pass. So you get a very quick little, like just a really short punch. And there's a little bit of filter drive. See, too much and it kind of just becomes a mess. But a little bit can just push this and make it hit a little bit harder. So we've got that, and then the next thing here is the bass. So for the MIDI on this, we're going to keep G minor. And what we're doing is root note, 6th, 4th, 6th, and then this last note is the 5th. Right, classic chord progression, very epic sounding, going from those voices. For the actual sound, we're using analog. So it's two saw waves, one's an octave up, detuned a little bit so you get this really fat sound. And then we have a nice long envelope on it. And that's a big key for this. Because these are long held out notes, you want that like it's going, kind of closing over time like that, right? It's the synth patch working together with the notes. We have the amp envelope like that. Bunch of unison. Then we just have a subcut cutting out any of the frequencies that we don't want. Side chaining this, and then we're converting it to mono so that there's no phase issues. Then we have our first lead. So what's happening here is there's basically two melodies. You got this one down here, which if you listen, it's the exact same thing as the bass line. It's just playing the root notes. And then up here what we're doing is we're going between the 5th and the 6th. So the same voices actually that you saw before, right? And you just keep those going on the same thing while the bass notes are changing, and it creates a really nice, catchy pattern. Now, for the actual sound, this one's also made with analog. Analog's really good for these. This one is two saw waves, an octave apart, detuned, a little bit of a noise oscillator. We got a low pass filter with no envelope. It's just set right there. So it's still letting through the noise and a bit of the high end, but cutting some of the harsh stuff off, making it a bit more lo-fi sounding as well. We got some vibrato, some unison, a bit of chorus to spread it out, a bit of reverb, which also helps spread it out. We're cutting out the low end so it doesn't get in the way of the kick or the bass, and then we're side chaining it. Then we have this pad. So this is using a lot of the same voices that we've already seen. You'll notice that it's actually the same notes, just in different orders. Like again, we got our G, our root note, our 5th, our 6th, our 4th, and then a 5th again. Very simple, but if you play that against the other stuff, it makes it really epic. Now, there's also a bit of magic for this that's happening inside of the sound design. This is two saw waves. Low pass is not doing anything. And then we have vibrato and unison. And then this glide. Now, the glide's really important with this. You got to turn it on and then set the voices to mono. And that's what's going to make it go, like kind of bend between each of the notes. And I think that's really important for the sound, especially okay, so then we got the chorus and then the reverb, and we're distorting the reverb. You can see the reverb's up pretty high, and then when you distort that with the glide, it all comes together to create this really cool sound. We got a high pass filter on that, and then we're side chaining it. And then the last thing we got here are these stabs. Now these just kind of add a little bit more musicality to this without it, with it. also what it really does well is you can hear it just creates some more tension in there. So what this is it's these minor triads. We're doing a G minor triad and a C minor triad. So basically the root note and then the fourth. But what we're doing here is you can see I've got these notes down here, which are not those root notes I just described. Those are actually the fifth. They should be up here. Which you can do that too, but I put them down an octave. And you can hear it grounds the chord a bit, and it makes it fit better with this stuff too. So this is made with wavetable. What it is just one saw wave with a ton of unison, bit of delay, short amp envelope too, so it's nice and punchy. And then we're just side chaining it. And then the last thing we got down here is the rest of the drums. Now, obviously, I just showed you a lot when it comes to these synths. There's a lot happening. These are all taking up like a lot of the frequency spectrum. So you really don't want that much drums. Like if you actually listen to this whole thing, like how much room could you really have there for a bunch of percussion? So we really just have, you know, this open hi-hat, nice and short and punchy, and then this big fat drum machine clap, like an 808 or a 909, put it all together. And there you are. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this full template, everything, the Ableton file, MIDI, presets, the samples, all that's available at the top of the description on my website. Definitely go grab that. Great way to take yourself to the next level today with production. Thanks for the support, everybody. Every little bit helps so I can keep bringing you guys these new videos every day. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video.